We're gonna keep slowly making our way through my Raja collection. For those that don't know, I have over 60 Rajas in my collection, and so I am trying to slowly get through the entirety of it. Today we're gonna talk about a sleeper, or at least it's a sleeper in my opinion from the house. It's one that doesn't get near appreciated enough, and it's not the most mass appealing, I'll admit that, but it's one that I quite enjoy wearing and it fits my vibes personally. Today, we're going to be talking about Goodmans. This one is a Bergdorf Goodman exclusive in the house of Roja Parfums. Stick around and I'm going to pack this one. I think this one's discontinued, but you should be able to still find it on a gray market. So stick around. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Nick, also known as Scent Nick. If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for your continued support. And if you're new here, I create fragrance content in the form of detailed reviews. If that is something that interests you, please consider hitting that like button, drop me a comment below, join our community by hitting that red subscribe button. And if you've been here for a while and you haven't already, please consider joining our community as a member. You'll gain access to some pretty cool content that is exclusive to only members, and if you join one of the upper tiers, you will get a monthly decant from me. So with all that said, guys, let's get back to this review. So Goodman's is one of the exclusive fragrances that was made for the department store in New York City called Bergdorf Goodman. This is one of Raja's favorite department stores and his favorite places to be in New York City whenever he comes to visit. He has done quite a few releases for them in the past, the most recent one being Champagne at BG, which was an absolute wonderful masterpiece fragrance. This one is one, that kind of goes by the wayside. People don't really think about it. Whenever people think about the exclusives, they think of Champagne at BG, Tea at BG, the original Bergdorf Goodman, and Manhattan Parfum, which that one's on its way. But this one was maybe not the most popular, but in my opinion, it's got so much character. I adore it. Since this one is discontinued, I have no price to share with you. It is a 50 milliliter bottle. You can find it on a gray market, usually around for the $300 to $400 range, but you can't take my word for it there. You'll just have to find it on a gray market if you're interested. If you are interested in learning about Raja or looking to buy some discontinued ones, sell some, there is a link to a Facebook group called Raja Addicts in the description of this video. I am one of the admins, and it is a beautiful community of people that love the house. Consider joining that group if you are interested in learning or buying and selling. The perfumer for this was Roja Dove, and the scent profile of this is going to be an oriental, woody, and floral fragrance. With all that said, let's get into the notes. The top notes are simply bergamot and mandarin orange, and they're quickly there and they're quickly gone. Very typical Raja. It's a bright, juicy burst of citrus. Nothing to complain about there. But right from the opening, you can pick up on a lot of the base notes. You can pick up on these smokier woods, the slight animalics, some of the florals that you'll find in the heart. It's pretty easy to smell the entirety of the fragrance right away, which is something I love. The heart notes are going to include neroli, jasmine, rose, and ylang-ylang. These are very typical notes for Raja to include in his fragrances, especially in the heart. Jasmine, rose, and ylang-ylang are some of his most common florals used, as they are very common in Chypre style fragrances. With the neroli, which is a very dry and aromatic and soapy style floral note, that's the one that really helps set this apart and make it very masculine. So the heart, you get a nice soapy and Chypre style vintage heart. The big notes here are the jasmine and the neroli. The rose and the ylang-ylang sit kind of behind, and the jasmine here is definitely on the more animalic, indolic side of jasmine. It's definitely a little skankier, a little dirtier, a little sultry, and I love it. It's a very good masculine heart. The base is a bomb of spices and woods. Notes include vetiver, olibanum, patchouli, coriander, cardamom, castoreum, musk, cedar, cinnamon, and civet. In the big notes here, the vetiver is a huge player here, and it's definitely on the drier, smokier side of vetiver. It's very masculine. You're bordering into cigarette style smoke here. The cardamom is a good note that adds spice, richness, some warmth. The coriander is also another big player here. It's very cooling spice. It's aromatic, it's sharp. The olibanum adds so much to the smokiness, this slightly incensey thing. It dries the base out. The castoreum is pretty prevalent to my nose. It's definitely adding more smoke, more leathery characteristics, a little bit of an animalic touch. The cedar is nice, it's dry. The musk is pretty prevalent. It adds a touch of powder. It adds some more warm, sensual style notes. It's a warmer musk for sure. The cinnamon is very minor to me. The civet, again, incredibly minor. You don't even hardly pick it up. Really, it's adding depth, it's adding longevity to it. It's adding a little tiny amount of this chypre style and vintage component to it. The patchouli, super subtle as well. The blend as a whole, it's elegant, it's masculine, it's kind of rugged, but refined in the same way. This to me screams 70s, 80s, you know, vintage masculine class. This is definitely something you want to wear, maybe a little dressed up. I read in a comment somewhere that this is what Pierce Brosnan would wear, and I have to agree with that. So get that picture in your head and imagine what he would smell like, and you're getting pretty close to what's going on here. Bright citruses, lots of woods, aromatic, smoky, kind of leathery, and you've got Goodmans. Let's get on to the questions. Is this original? For the most part, yeah, I'm gonna say yes. This bears a hair of resemblance to Reckless from the line, which Reckless is another fantastic offering from the line, which we will get to because I've got it right up there. The audience for this is masculine to the core, and it's definitely going to be a mature one. So I'm going to say 30 and up are going to be the people that appreciate this most. Even then, it may be more like 35 and up. Seasons you're going to want to wear this. This is a spring, fall, and winter fragrance. It's pretty heavy for the summertime, but a little bit of cool, maybe 60 degrees and lower, you're going to be fine wearing this. The occasions you're going to want to wear this is an elegant occasion. This is a signature scent. It's got a lot of boss vibes. So if you're a higher up in your office and you're a little bit more mature and masculine of a guy, this could be right up your alley. Wear this out and wear this to a nice dinner or something like that. The performance is fine for me. I get about 7 to 8 hours longevity, and it's fairly strong to start off with. There's a good amount of aura, and then it really dials back just a nice medium to skin scent for the duration. I have no qualms with the performance at all. And now let's get on to that rating. I'm gonna give this one an 8.1. I think this is a fantastic fragrance. I think this is over the edge of exceptional, and the artistry, the perfumery is very good. It stands on its own. You can smell most of the notes. There's beautiful blending. I really think this is exceptional, and it smells just so good. This is one of those ones that definitely sample it. This is not a blind buy safe fragrance. It is a little more challenging, especially with the touch of animalics, the smoke, the intense woods. Definitely sample it before you buy it. Guys, with all that said, if you've experienced Goodmans, I would love to know what your thoughts on it are. And if you haven't, if you are at all interested in smelling this fragrance, if you enjoyed this video, please consider hitting that like button. Drop me a comment below and join our community by hitting the red subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.